Hello there, and welcome to the QNB Stars League review show, all in English here on Alcas, as we look back at all 6 matches in the penultimate weekend of the season. We saw new champions being crowned. The top 4 is still not sorted out, and things are not definite down at the bottom as far as relegation is concerned either. So that means we still have one more round with plenty of drama unfolding. As always, I'm joined by former English Premier League players Nick Summerby and Chris Makin, who will analyse each game in detail and share with us their expert opinion, and plenty to come from them over the next 55 minutes. But first, let's remind you how they lined up on this penultimate weekend in the 2018-19 season. All the games on one day, or in one day, I should say. Kicking off at 18:10, Al Khalatiat, Al Duhail, Al Khor, Al Garafa, and Al Sad, Al Ahli. Also kicking off at 18:10 was Qatar Sports Club's match against Al Arabi. 2 matches were kicking off at 20:20 local time, Doha, Al Rayyan, Al Salih, and then Salal, Al Shahaniya. That was it. All played on Thursday, the 4th of April. Let's get straight to the action. Now, Al Sad had the chance once again to win their first league title since the 2012-13 season. All they had to do was beat Al Ahli, who were the only side who'd beaten them already this season. Your commentators, Nick Summerby and Chris Makin.
You know, it's more difficult for him because he's at a side which is obviously not as good as De Gea and Al Sad, but he's enjoyed the challenge of helping his guy.
Bunja skipping past the goalkeeper, goes down late. Is it a foul by Ivan? He points to the penalty spot, and there he goes again. Bunja asking for the yellow card. There's no need for that. Bunja from 12 yards out, passes it past Ivan, grabs his 37th goal of the season, and Al Sad go 1-0 up. And the throw is taken quickly here by Al Sad. A feet on the near post. Maybe a chance for Xavi. Xavi blasts off. One person you expect to hit the target. Mind you, it was on his weaker left foot, but this is good play from Al Sad. Sharp play. Here we come again, Nick. There's no breather whatsoever. Pedro against his former side. Now that was a good save. Reaction save from Ivan. Mutuali to the far post. No one there for Al Ahly. Really made the movement towards the near post. Nearly came off. Akram Afif still going forward. Oh, a tap in there for Pedro from 6 yards out. And somehow he puts it over with his left foot. What a chance for Al Sad to double their lead.
Doesn't get any better than that, Chris. Work it to the byline, pulls it back right in front of the goal, gets underneath it. Just finished the game off, Al Sad. That's another glorious opportunity there for Pedro. Just slide it into the net. Look, he can't believe that he's missed it. Yeah, it's nice.
They are getting forward, aren't they?
Taking shots again. Let's see if they can actually get the ball into the box. Here's Abdel. Cuts inside.
It's not a bad effort. Oh, it just falls behind. Michel at the far post, pounded away by Basham. Good play by Abdel that time.
Yeah, well worked, Al Ahly. This is just little situations like this now which will just test Al Sad. Here's a long strike, just over the bar. Good strike as well, though. But that's a nice bit of play for Al Ahly.
There's a shot or cross, whatever it. Better again from Al Ahly. Here's Abdel. Abdel with a one-on-one at the back, and he turns inside. Referee doesn't even look at that one.
It's got to be VAR. Have a look at it. Have a look at it. He does a lovely bit of trickery. He's on a one-on-one. He does like a Ronaldo and flicks it back. Referee not having any of it at all.
Good play again from Al Ahly. Here's Mutuali taking on the shot. Just skids off the surface edge just in front of Basham.
Oh, it's a nice little tester, isn't it? As we said, it's a bit of rain before, it's been watered the pitch before, he kept it low on the floor so it zips off the surface. Keeper makes the save, but Al Ahly is still there, they need to be finished off.
Oh, Xavi with a defence splitting pass, and it's Al Haydous who gets the second of the night, and that's the killer blow for Al Ahly. But it's great news for Coach Ferreira and his players. It's looking comfortable now.
Yeah, he has a second bite of the cherry then on the ball. It's a fantastic pass to him. He tries to take it early, but it comes back off the keeper, and then he gets to have another chance and puts it past the keeper. It's now 2-0 to Al Sadd, and this is perfect for them. You know, they are in control of the game. It's looking difficult for Al Ahly how they're going to get back into the game, but they made it a lot more comfortable, making it 2-0.
Good defended by Woo Young. Now Al Sadd on the attack again. Back on the feet with fabulous pace, and what a return pass that was from Bunja and Akram Afif. And Haydous inside to Bunja. Bunja trying to pick out Akram Afif, and he does. Akram Afif offside though. Reverse pass again by Bunja. Did it again. Did it against Alderhill last week.
You got to think as well as obviously Hamroon was playing in the side, and since Afif has come into the team, you know, Hamroon is not, he's struggling at the moment, trying to find clubs and playing at Qatar and a bit at Kratiat. You know, he's just come straight in, and he's one of the first. Here's Yasser just down the left hand side, keeping possession into midfield, dropping very deep is Bunja, just knocks the ball over the top to Al Haydous.
Oh, so close then. Volley back from Al Haydous towards Akram Afif. There's a shot coming in from Bunja. It's so dangerous every time they attack now, Al Sadd. Al Haydous steps up, goes to the near post, good save by Ivan. Read it well, got across to his near post and made the save. Ball's out wide now with Kuki. Good passing, good movement from Al Sadd. Al Haydous. Al Haydous still just teasing one for Xavi then. Gabi wins it, ball back on the edge of the Al Ahly box, and there's Bunja. What a miss by Bunja. Great ball in by Yasser. Bunja completely misses the ball. Bunja again. Bunja. What a save by Ivan. Bunja dancing his way through the Al Ahly defence here. Great feet. And a last ditch touch there from the pink gloves of Ivan. Maybe, just maybe, keeps Al Ahly in the game. To added time now. 1 minute has been indicated as Al Sadd come forward again. Here's Bunja. Good turn by Bunja again. Can he get his shots off? Trying to dance his way through that defence again. Goes to the near post, and that is game over. Deep into injury time. Bunja's second of the season. His second of the game. 38th of the season. Puts Al Sadd in cruise control. We'll head into half time. 3-0 up. She just gives the ball away midfield. One back by Akram Afif. Here's Bunja. Tightly marked by Chancellor. Turns him. Goes straight at De Jong, who slides in. Ahmed doesn't put enough pressure on him, the youngster there, and he easily slots it past Ivan into the near post there. Wonderful goal from Bunja. 3-0 to Al Sadd now. Suarez to the far post this time, and Barsham just gets the slices of touches on it. Falls to Ibrahimi. Shot comes in again. No one following it in.
Yeah, Nigel De Jong then, edge of the box there, just gets his strike in. Keeper collects it very easily.
Defending there from Al Arabi. And it's a free header there in the back of the game now, Nick.
Yep, didn't see that coming at all though, but this gives them that bit of hope there now. Great delivery into the box, but here's Afif there back with the action here.
Oh, he's got it. 4-0 on the night to Al Sadd. Akram Afif on the score sheet now. He grabs his 24th for the season. And all the forward line of Al Sadd have scored tonight. Bunji with 2, Al Haydous, and now Akram Afif in on the act. 4-0 Al Sadd.
Yeah, top quality that was, as we've seen on many occasions from this young, massive prospect. As soon as the ball comes to him, he works it well, but just watch this, waits for the keeper. And this is what he does do best there, just chips it over the keeper to make it 4-0 to Al Sadd, and it's plain sailing.
So he just plays a nice little 1-2, but after that, just goes past the defenders of Al Ali, makes it look easy, just clips over the goalkeeper Ivan. Akram Afif into Bunja. Bunja lining up the shot. Bunja fires over.
Yeah, it's nice. Wonderful play then from Afif. He lends the ball there to Bunja, expecting to get it back, but the players follow Afif with the run, so it opens up for Bunja, and he tries a strike, but it just goes over the bar.
He's still on for his hat-trick. Bunja, how many hat-tricks do you think he's got this season? I don't know the answer, by the way, but I thought I'd ask you.
I don't know, Chris, but an awful lot.
Yeah. Tears of joy.
From the clouds, just saying, you've done it, lads, with your back.
Oh, lovely pass by Bunja through to Al Haydous, who smashes it against the bar then for Al Sadd. There we go, there is the rain.
Rainy night as Al Sadd, 4-0 at the moment, going to pick the title up at the end.
To the far post towards De Jong, who gets one back. 4-1 now. Great header there by De Jong.
Great ball, great delivery into the box there, and there he is, Nigel De Jong there. I don't think we expected him to score tonight, but there he is, just to head it past the keeper to make it 4-1.
De Jong grabs his 4th for the season for Al Ali. Wonderful header there, just guides it back to the far post. Substitute, sorry. The better of the Al Sadd defender, and Akram Afif just breezes past Chancellor. Akram Afif, what a ball towards Bunja, and Bunja very unselfish there. Tries to play it back to Al Haydous. Al Haydous steps up and passes it into the back of the net, and does indeed make it 5-1 to Al Sadd. What a night for the Wolves.
Big result, massive result there, but well done by Al Haydous, the ultimate professional there. None of that little bit of dinking, puts it past the keeper to make it 5-1, and it's been a dream game for Al Sadd to do it in style. They'd have much preferred to have done it against De Gea last week, but either way, this has been a fantastic performance, and a performance of champions.
Over 90 goals scored for Al Sadd this season. Incredible amount. Maybe a last chance here for Rashid, and he does get one back. Asking for the ball to be taken back to the centre circle quickly. And Rashid steals in. He's only been on the field about 10 minutes. He's substitute, not had many touches, but it doesn't matter. Fine finish there. Let's have a look at his movement. Yeah, makes a run inside Tarek and loses him. It's all about his finish, and he just slots it past Basham in goal.
Well done by the youngster. Good play as well then, just slides it past the goalkeeper, making it 5-2. We've been treated tonight with some goals. That's 7 goals so far. But look what that means there to the youngster there. You know, he wants to get into the side. You know, and that shows you a lot, that if you're the coach and you're looking at someone that wants to come on. I know Al Sadd have been in control of this game, but you want your youngsters to come on to try and stake the claim in the side.
Oh, and he goes past Chancellor again, Bunja. Bunja with his hat-trick, and he makes it 6. What a goal that was by Bunja.
All about a thief. What a wonderful play, that positive play. Wonderful first touch. Drives into the box, lays the ball to Bunja, and Bunja does the rest to make it 6-2. What a game of football we've got here to finish it off for Al Sadd to get the title. But great play again from the thief.
39 now, one away from that magic number 40 now, Bunja. He's got 10 minutes left of this game to get the 40th goal of the season. And that game next week. Look out for the strike. Wonderful, right behind the ball, there we are.
Well, what a fantastic win for Al Sadd, as we said, winning their first league title since the 2012-13 season. And nobody would begrudge them. They've been fantastic all season. And Nick and Chris Makin, you fancied them. You felt it was coming a while back, actually.
What did we say in pre-season? I can't remember.
Maybe not pre-season.
We both went for Al Sadd, didn't we? Did we?
I think what it was is because without Belmadi, didn't
Yeah,
it?
Belmadi left, and Nabil Malul had come in, and you sort of felt that, could he carry it on?
We wasn't expecting this, though, was we?
No.
We scored 94 goals.
It's a lot.
They just blasted the way to the title, haven't they? They've conceded less goals, Alder Hale, which is a fantastic record. They're going to set the record for goals conceded. So it just goes to show you how well Al Sadd have done attacking-wise. They've just linked up Bunja and Afif. They've scored 63 goals between the pair of them. 63 goals.
39 for Bunja. It's the linking up of the players is one thing. The strength in depth of the squad. All of a sudden, Nick, they can change players and everybody seems to slot in nicely.
Yeah, Wu Young, Gabriel, they were good signings as well, experience. But you've got to, you just got to say about Afif, really. Got to say that. Obviously, Pedro, Kuki, let's talk about them as well, because you've got to put it in with the Asia Cup, what they've done, a lot of the players there, that's due to them doing so well there.
But we had the conversation in commentary, didn't we? That is his team. He's moulded that team.
You don't change.
He's brought some fabulous players in, hasn't he?
Yeah, that's ready to go, that now. Even if it's Xavi or no Xavi now. If you get rid of him now and let him go without finishing a job off, they've got to let him have a go in that Champions League now. They learned from last year. They're ready to go and do it now. It's exciting times there, but the good times are back at Al Sadd.
They're back. Congratulations, Al Sadd. Wonderful scenes as well.
How close do you think it was between them and Alder Hale? It's closer than what the points total suggests, isn't it?
It's just
I'm just going to say a couple of things here. The last couple of weeks we've covered the games. Remember Al Salih, Abdul Qadir missed the penalty. That close to Jordan that match, and Alder Hale had won. And then the Nagion goal last week, they were 10 seconds or 8 seconds away from getting beat for Alder Hale.
Yeah.
And they've always had, between those themselves and there's been those fine margins, hasn't there, over the last few seasons? And it's always gone Alder Hale's way.
Seeing Xavi there's Al Haidous, let's not forget him as a captain's role with his national team as well, and the consistency he provides there and the stability. Xavi, 9th career league title, 8 for Barcelona, 1 for Al Sadd. That's not bad either, is it?
He's the best, isn't he? One of the best players in the world. He's a legend in football. But when he comes over here, what can he give to Qatar football? What can he give to Al Sadd? Well, he's given everything. Having someone like that, and he looks like he's enjoyed it. I bet he's thinking in his mind, maybe I can play another season, because he looks like he's enjoying his life and everything here. You just know that with the way he's running around the pitch. But it's a brilliant achievement. And you've got to say to Ferreira as well. Me and him, it's like Marmite, innit? Love and hate. But but he's done it, and he gets the respect to the players, and he's right for Al Sadd. So no need at all to change there at all.
Well, you mentioned 94 goals, 7 of them coming just in the one game in this victory against Al Ahly. Bunja, all season, he's caused problems in that penalty area. If you go anywhere near and touch him, he'll be down.
OK, I'll ask you a question then. If Bunja's injured, do you think they win the league? If he's injured like he was last season, he's the player, isn't he?
Well, probably not. 39 goals, probably not.
They have to do something about... The only problem that they have is they have to get another striker in there, just in case he gets injured. Got to. Luckily this season he's not been injured.
And that's him at his best. You know, you give him a little bit of space, he dances his way through there. Yes, they could have put a bit more pressure on him, but, you know, he's tough to deal with, Chris. You've been a defender. Would you like to have defended against him?
No, because he's not afraid to run in behind, which any defender hates. And we always have the conversation, which is, who would you have in your team, El Arabi or Bunja? Probably an unfair question, really, but it's quite an interesting one.
They're both outright goal scorers, aren't they? They both...
I just feel he's got a little bit more about him, Bunja, outside the penalty area. I would say El Arabi's... He plays to that, he's suited for that style from Alderhill where they fizz it across the 6-yard box. But Bunja scores all types of goals, doesn't he? He just pops up everywhere.
I mean
he's even brought dribbling ability to his game in this match.
And there were rumours, of course, that he may leave the club. I think that, they've done the right thing to secure his signature, and it is, next step is realistically is the AFC Champions League. They've won it twice in their history. They need to make it 3, and with that squad now, everything seems to be right. The question is, does Jesualdo Ferreira step down and then say, because of the way the AFC Champions League is, it's now between now and November, so you've got that period. We've seen what, Alderhill was so close to getting it last season. They made the change, Belmadi went, Nabil Malul came in, and just that restructure.
Paid for it, didn't
they? Yeah, but we'll always have the question there. We think if Belmadi was there, they have a very good chance of winning it. We thought that. And all you do is you just give him another year. You give him, and even if he wants to go, you pay Ferreira what you've got to give him and just say, give us another year, let's have a good crack at it. And just say, whoever else you're thinking about, Javi, you go alongside him or whatever. I don't know what you're thinking, but you've got to keep him there.
I hope he's watching this show. He'll be delighted with you.
You've got to give him the money. He's brought the success there, hasn't he? Now he's done everything what he's done. The next stage is
what we think of him, does it?
Yeah.
He's done the job, hasn't he? He's been
done the job very well indeed.
He gets on well with Chardin, doesn't he? So Chardin's been a great signing for us. Fantastic signing.
Chardin, our producer, she extracts all the information we need from Jesualdo Ferreira, which is fantastic. Now, let's look in detail, because that's what Nick and Chris do. And you mentioned it already, both of you. It's that linking up between Afif, Bunja, and it's that partnership that has caused so much joy for Al Sadd and pain for the opposition.
All right, I'll tell you, there's a place in football for what Afif is doing there now. There's not many players. You show me in around the world. You've got Messi that runs at players. Ronaldo used to run at players, pick the ball up and are direct at players. And I think that there's a market for it. They play wonderful football, but I think he brings something different. I mean, this is the way they work together. They are telepathic, they know everything what they're doing, but just watch this here now. This is what I want. No looking at the side, one-on-one there. You've got the pace. Look how easy it is there when you've got the pace. Get on the outside, but can you deliver? It's absolutely inch perfect. And this is it. Nothing comes of it, but look at that for play. That's what we've been seeing all throughout the season. Fantastic. We're not even mentioning Al Haidous, which we'll go do shortly.
Yeah, absolutely. The Bunja goals. Let's enjoy those. And, you mentioned it as well. We've seen him score all types this season, in that 39.
He's about 28 yards outside from goal here, so he's had a little bit of dribbling ability to his game here. What goal's this one? He scored so many goals, I forget which goal it is. Which one's this one?
Look at that touch there.
There we go. I mean, you know what that's called? It's called a football brain.
Yeah.
Having a picture in your head, knowing what you're going to do with the ball before it comes to you, putting on a plate for your strike partner.
Do you know what? I mean, with him having his success, I mean, we're going away from Bunja, just talking about Afif now, with him having his success internationally, teams will look at that straight away. And that is what they want, that. Someone, if he can play like that, the higher he goes up, that's it, you're talking a massive player. He's growing so much just this year alone. He really has. He's ticking all the boxes. Whatever questions you're asking him, can he do it on the international level? Can he do it in the Champions League?
The only thing he can improve on, really, I can't see him going anywhere at the moment. I think next year they'll want to win the Asian Cup, won't they, Al Sadd?
Yeah.
And they'll keep hold of Afif, I presume, for the next season. But he probably won't go and score that amount of goals. It's an obscene amount of goals for his second season in football. All he can do really is win the Champions League.
Yeah.
He's won the league now. He's won the Qatar, the international tournament. He's only got the Champions League now.
But I do keep mentioning it, but it makes sense. Paris Saint-Germain. Paris Saint-Germain is owned by Qatar. This is one of the young Qatari players. What's come through. This is his apprenticeship. What he's doing now. Got to be around players what are better, where his mind just building towards this World Cup. Okay, keep him for another year.
If he wins the Champions League and scores 15 to 20 goals, you think?
Why not?
Could be a chance out of.
You look at
PSG
Paris Saint-Germain are 20 points clear in their league, so there's plenty of time to get him in there and play him in big games. But once you're around these players, it only gets you better. It's all about him getting better and better. It's no good him coming back scoring 20 goals again next season. It's got to be tested even more.
All right, let's finish up with this game with Al Haidous.
We've got to mention him because he's...
it's quite easy to sort of forget about him, as you say.
And we have done as well. I mean, I'm delighted for him. He's approachable. He's the ultimate professional. The captain of the national team, and this boy, ever since we've been here, has been a credit to himself and his football club, and he's brilliant, and he deserves everything. This penalty here now, you could have showboated, you could have tried something, but do the job properly and do it professionally, and that sums him up. He's a shining example of what all these Qataris what are coming through have got to be like him.
Was it? Remember the first year we was here, and Raul captained the side, winning the. Al Sadd winning. Was he breaking into the team then, or was he part of it? Was he one of those? Was he in and out?
Al Haidous, yeah, he was. He was
like in and out, wasn't he?
I think he was.
Correctly.
He wasn't the first choice, was he? Well, he wasn't.
He was just coming
not
onto
what
the
he is
scene
now. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, in 7 years, 6 seasons, whatever. It's been quite a development. Al Haidous, as with many of the others. Right, let's move on to Al Kharatiat, because it's the other end of the table now. They'd won themselves some time to save their QNB Stars League existence by virtue of Qatar Sports Club's defeat in week 20. Could they now take it right to the wire and get something against Al Duhail? Well, he decided to start the match with some of his bigger names on the bench, but after an eventful opening 45 minutes, it was time to bring on the cavalry. Milson Jr., Almoez, Ali and Hisham were all introduced at the start of the second half, but then Al Kharatiat had settled and had begun to build up some belief. And that, in the 77th minute, was Sudanese midfielder Mohamed Salam flicking the ball backwards from his head as it found its way into the back of the net. Head coach Wissam Rizk couldn't believe his eyes as Al Duhail was stunned. Al Kharatiat was set to fight another day. Nick Summerby.
Yeah, what a result. It just gets you thinking, what about if they'd have put a better game against Al Khor in? They still give themselves a chance. They take it to the end. But that was a great picture, that then of the coach and even he didn't. I mean, it's Sundai in goals in the size of him. He's like a basketball player. He's even beating him. Flicked it on and beating him, lobbed it over him. Yeah, brilliant. So it takes us to the end, that. And is it too late? We don't know. The only thing there is Qatar. I can't see Qatar getting a victory at all.
This is another lesson in the QNB Stars League. Like every other, Rui Faria started that first half, as I said. 3 of the big players on the bench there. And, you can't relax. You've got to see the season through. I mean, that is, like you say, Ndai. He's so tall.
If he meant that, that's goal of the week. I think he's just... I agree with Nick. No, I don't think Qatar will get anything from their last game. But due to the goal difference, Karatia have to win their last game. A draw's no good.
Yeah, Qatar Sports Club. So the Qatar Sports Club are against Al Rayyan, Al Salia, Al Kharatiat. It's actually quite interesting because, just to put it in context, what's happening at the other end of the table at the top, that 3rd and 4th place is still undecided, and it could be Al Rayyan, Al Ahly, or Al Salia, and all 3 are against the bottom sides. So you got Al Ahly are up against Al Khor. Okay, Al Khor have done. They're safe because the goal difference is just about buffers, just enough. And then Al Rayyan up against Qatar Sports Club, and Al Salia up against Al Kharatiat. So it's a perfect final weekend.
What we're looking at now, is it the top 3 that qualify for the Champions League?
I thought it was
looking at some of the tables, and the top 3 places are marked. I always thought it was the top 4, but
I think the top 4 get the. It depends on a
top
couple of
always
things.
Qatar. It's got to be because Garafa made it in there, didn't they? And they finished in 4th, didn't they?
That's what happened last year, but there were other reasons for that.
When I look at the league tables now, it's just the top 3 that are marked. So
we will double check, but there we are. But that 3rd place is up for grabs. That's the bottom line.
Imagine Salia, Champions League. I know it'll be a playoff game, but it doesn't matter, does it?
Well, you know, that's...
Or Al-Ali.
He might get his investment then, mightn't he? Sammy Jabelsi, he wants a bit more money. That might just push him a little bit to spend some more money.
A word on Alderhale there. OK, look, it's not been a disappointing season for them. Look, they're finishing second.
They changed the team around for that match.
Yeah, changed the team. They've got Rui Faria there as the head coach now. Can you see big things developing from that? Listen, we may still see a run from them in the Emir Cup. Yeah. You know, may see things coming good there.
But you'd expect that. You'd expect that now. That's what usually Al Sadd have done in previous years because they haven't won the league. They've ended up doing well in the Emir Cup.
Want to win that
they have to do that now. Now, we understand it. You can't knock Dale because they've been absolutely fantastic all the years we've been here. But all of a sudden now it's back to business. You haven't won the league, right, get on with it. It starts now. And then obviously then next season we get to see really what they're all about. But they have to be up there and they have to be trying to win the title again next year.
All right then. So Al Kharatiat, do they get that 11th spot and go to the playoff?
Yeah.
For me, no.
You say yes, you say no. Greg.
They've got to beat Al Saleh. I think Al Saleh will be up for this game, won't they?
No, yeah, you're right, yeah. No.
It's
the wrong game.
Well, it comes down to that Al Khor game. What happened?
I know. But who knows? It has to be decided. OK, let's move on. Al Khor, as we're talking about, and they moved out of the bottom two in week 20. Now, they were determined to stay secure and secure their place in the QNB Stars League next season. 3 wins out of their last 4 matches. It was all about keeping their heads above water for Al Khor. A point would pretty much keep them safe due to a very comfortable goal difference. This was not a night for heroics, and Garafa themselves were safe and didn't really have anything to play for. And therefore, as the game went on, it felt like this would end in a stalemate. And yep, indeed, that's exactly what we got. It was that, I just feel, Al Khor, was that a point in their mind thinking, I know you say you never go for that, but you can play cautiously, can't you? Yeah. The 1 point meant that they're pretty safe there.
You can't go out there and play for a point. It's impossible.
Is it?
Yeah.
It just seemed like it was...
Think about it, you just can't play for a point.
Yeah, but sometimes...
Because at any stage in a match you can concede a goal.
You can, but you can also be careless going forward and forget about what your duties are to keep things tight. I don't know. You've been in that situation.
I thought it was a great point.
Yeah.
It just keeps the run going. It's kept them up. Another clean sheet. Against Al Garafa, who's just won the last couple of games. You never know what you're going to get with Al Garafa.
Yeah, you got Vice 8 goals, Taremi 7. Not really enough, really, for Taremi, for an international player. That's you've got all the teams at the top have got goal scorers in there. And they have to come back and do that. Same with Ryan as well. Ryan hasn't scored enough really. What's Tabata? Tabata's 8, I think.
Which is good if Al Khor could keep hold of Thiago, Lazar.
I like him,
Wagner.
But yeah, Wagner's done as well. I'd have if I was Al Sadd, I'd go and get Thiago, me.
Yeah.
I think he's the same as he's a real.
We enjoyed him in week 20, Thiago. It was just one of those games where it just wasn't happening. A few little chances here and there for both sides, but like I said, Garafa, are we going to see something from either of these two?
Draw with that tackling midfield. See that one in midfield then.
What about anything from these two in the Emir Cup, do you think?
I don't think there are many teams looking forward to playing Al Khor.
But yeah, like that performance their performances certainly in the second part of the season have been very admirable. They couldn't actually get the wins and get the points, but then suddenly they came.
Yeah, no, we've forgotten about Madsen, which is a good thing. That shows you how far they've come. And they've played well throughout the season, but haven't got the points for it. But now, when it got a bit difficult for them, they proved that they've got the dressing room and they've got the players that want to fight for it. And I thought, I like them, mate. If they can build on that next year, don't think they need many players, to be honest with you. Keep hold of the players they've got now, and then they should be okay. I think they've got that enthusiasm. If you've got that enthusiasm and that drive, Trabelsi in midfield, wonderful player, just play like that and you'll be okay next year.
All right, Qatar Sports Club, they just couldn't step out of freefall, really, could they? Not one win since November. That tells a story in itself there. Now they were stuck in the relegation dogfight, and the challenge in week 21 was Al Arabi. whatever's being worked on in training with Qatar Sports Club, when it comes to match day, everything seems to fall apart. Within 10 minutes, they were trailing by a goal after Yasser had too much time to pick his spot. Strong words must have been said at half-time, and Ali Said had pulled one back for Sergio Batista's team within 3 minutes of the restart. It looked like Qatar Sports was going to pick up a valuable point, but Fahad Khalfan put an end to that with a goal 6 minutes from time. Nick, this is the problem. Qatar Sports Club, free fall, spiralling out of control down there. They've just dropped and dropped and dropped, and there they are in 11th spot now.
It's been very disappointing, really has. From when we covered them very early on in the campaign, we thought, well, hang on a minute, it'll look okay, look organised. They don't. It's been a disastrous year for them. It's been a struggle for them, hasn't it? It doesn't look like they've enjoyed it at all, does it? You know, they just every game, nothing's happening. We've seen recently, not organised at the back or anything. You think, well, maybe there's a glimmer of a chance here when they get back into the game, but it's not. It's going to be a playoff game for them. And even, I hope they don't think they've made it by not getting relegated and going into a playoff game, because they've got to win a game of football, and at the moment, they don't look like they've got that in them.
The move for Etu's just not paid off, has it?
No. I mean, I think he's tried to sort of inject his own personality behind the scenes in training. You can see how animated he is on the bench. And, you know, what they work on in training, I'm not sure. But like I said in the piece, it just doesn't seem to...
He is very vocal,
yeah,
isn't he? Don't know whether that's had an effect on the players or the coaching staff.
Well, you've got Hassan 3 goals, Amari 3 goals, and Etu 5 goals. So that's, if you want your stats, there's your biggest stat of the lot there. Nowhere near enough goals.
Yeah, it's not actually surprising that all the teams that do well have goal scorers.
Yeah.
The ones who are not don't.
I daren't look at how many they conceded as well, and that says it all. That's your picture straight away. But they don't. You know when you're watching a team and you see enthusiasm and you know they're going to do well. You look at Al Khor, you see it. You know you don't see that there. And that's worrying.
A word on Al Arabi, Heimer Hallgrimsson. He's come in, he's brought in some new players, some interesting ones. Wilfred Boney from the Premier League. We're waiting now for Aaron Gunnarsson to come from Cardiff City.
We'll see if Boney stays. He's only on loan from Swansea.
Yeah, exactly. But that type
just wait,
of...
just wait
if
for
it's not
Cardiff.
him...
Once Cardiff go down, then he can make the move then. I can't keep complaining to the referee.
Stop it. They should have beaten Chelsea.
How long's left now?
Can't keep arguing all the time.
Not long enough. But the point is, you know, please let Al Arabi have some kind of stability now over the summer. Heimer Hallgrimsson is the 15th head coach now. The 15th head coach.
Famous last words.
12-13.
Finally, we've got a bit of stability.
Please.
Do you know what? If you're the manager there now, you say, well, come on, let's have a right good go in this EMEA Cup. Let's really give it a go. Let's see what you're all about.
They've got the players, haven't they?
They've got the players. Give it a right good.
That's right. It's a really strong team at the moment.
He probably doesn't realise because he's not been over here. No, you know, you're playing at Watkins Stadium at the end, full capacity. They've got to realise that there and go and give it a good go. They could surprise a few.
All right, 6th place. That's kind of you couldn't really do much better than that from the time he joined, really. Do you think everything's gone sort of to plan there? We've seen an improvement with him at the helm?
Do you know what? All the managers that have been there is they've had a reaction from them, haven't they? Start of the season when they made 8 changes, there was a reaction there. Yeah. It's there.
And Luka Bonacic,
yeah, everyone. It's worked a little bit in their own way, but all of a sudden he's coming out, he brings something different, and he's thinking the long term. Well, hopefully he gets the long term. You know, he's been lucky as well because he brought quality players into the side as well. And all it is there is a case of if the people that own the club back him. It's all right saying it, but the history says they don't usually do that.
And Qatar Sports Club, then you believe that they will get the playoff place, and then we'll see what happens there.
They're on 24 points, Moab and Al Markia in the league below, so one of those will go up against Qatar Sports Club.
All right, let's move on to Al Rayyan. Still holding on to 4th place at the moment. 1 point above them in 3rd. Al Salia, their opponents this last weekend. Sami Trabelsi made no secret of the fact that he felt his team could finish as high as 3rd. And in the 21st minute, they took the lead against Al Rayyan through Majdi. Tabata pulled Rayyan back level before the half hour. The advantage swung back to Al Salia in the 50th minute through Adel. However, since his arrival, Venezuelan striker Rivas has caused plenty of problems for defences, and he was on hand again in time added on to get the equaliser. Third and fourth spot would now have to be decided on the final weekend. Chris, what's going to happen here?
I'd like to see Celia do it. I would, yeah. Only because of Sammy Trebelsa. He's really impressed me on a... he's not had the biggest budget, as we keep referring to. They've been a bit different this year. They've always played good football, but been a bit, what's the word I'm looking for, fragile. This year they haven't played as good a football as they normally do, but they're getting results, aren't they? And it's because he's added the two strikers. That's a fine strike by Majdi, by the way. But Tibu Karim was an inspired signing. Got to say that, really. You know, he brought him in the summer, and he's repaid the manager. There's been so many games throughout the season where they're not really in the game, but we keep saying, don't we? Strikers. And Abdul Qadir comes in, and they've matched each other all season, Abdul Qadir and Tibu Karim. They've always got a chance.
And Ryan, I think it's time to. They've got to get to the old drawing board and sort out what they're going to do. So they have to come back strong next year, and they have to be up there, and they have to be. They've got to be in and amongst Al Sadd and De Gea. So whatever they're going to do there, I mean, Tabata is the top goal scorer with 8 goals. Luca 5, Sebastian 4.
He's normally way up towards 20
but he's
goals,
still the top goal scorer.
Yeah.
Sebastian 4 goals. So it's time there.
Yeah.
You know, they've got to sort out because
why have they gone backwards? Why De Gea and Al Sadd still battling out for this title every single season? Ryan came in and
I think without being cruel, I think you've mentioned it as well about it being an ageing team, an ageing
squad. Only recently we've said that.
Okay. Now then, hang on, let me pick you up there, because I remember you, I think it might have been 2 seasons ago now, at the beginning of the season I mentioned Tabata and you went, oh, well, you know.
Yeah, I did, but then he went and scored 20 on goals. So
exactly, he did. He did.
My argument was null and void, but this season...
Yeah. But that's
it
what I'm
seems
saying.
like that.
So
but why have they gone backwards and the other two are still battling
out? It's what I think here and now. How many times do we ask all the managers what have been there, you know, do you think you should be title contenders? They don't believe it in themselves. Now, for Sati, when he came, they believed we're in this to win this. We're going to cause a problem. The rest of the world will try our hardest, we'll try and compete. Not good enough. Their mindset should be, we're getting in there now. We're Ryan, we're the massive club. We came up, we won the league 3 seasons ago.
Do you know who we are?
Have a bit of that. Someone that comes in and says, right, here we go. Not just one of them, we're going to bring the gap shorter to see if we can get... Don't wear that. You've got the players there what have won it. Get up there and get this team going somehow or other. You seen with the striker there what's coming, he started scoring goals.
Rivas has been
wonderful.
4 goals for him now.
So it's time where they get that energy around the pitch. Back to what we go on about all the time when they were running, 5 players, 12 kilometres, 13 kilometres, get that back. Does that mean fresh legs? Whatever, but they have to. There's no excuse at all why Ryan can't be competing.
So realistically, who does finish?
Me and Chris are ready. We'll take the job. For Ryan, we're ready for it. Chris, you ready?
Well, currently,
no, we're ready now.
Who has the job.
We're ready because we've got passion for
first.
it. Sorry? Huh? Don't bottle it, Chris.
Is this the second time you put yourself up for
this?
A
is
job?
it now. We're ready. Ryan,
second time.
I think you're serious now. No,
dozen times.
Okay, there have been a dozen times, but this is this season. It's the first time you put yourself up for a job this season.
You've got your coaching badge with you, haven't you, obviously?
Yeah, I'll get it sent over from England. It's up in the certificate somewhere.
I'm sure you could, as long as you're doing the coaching badge, you can still be in management, can't you? As long as you're doing it.
It's a good job.
And it's
a good job then, isn't it?
And it's not called a long to be crosses going everywhere long. Getting stuck into everyone.
Well, look, they've got Gilson D'Souza, who's in there now. He's been at the club for 9 years. He knows the club. He's got the top job. With respect to him, is Al Rayyan a club that requires, needs, wants a big name? I hate doing this because you're sort of, but you have to discuss it because that's what they do now. Al Sadd has a name. You know, Al De Gea, living Rui Faria in.
There's been talk in the press saying that as well, haven't there? So.
I don't know. It just needs to be sorted out. If it's going to be the manager, what's there now? You know, is it time to change? Get all the in the players' minds what they've got to do next year and give it a right good go. Because let's look back to when they came up and won the league. I mean, it was phenomenal, and you get the crowd going there. You know when once that Ryan crowd start turning up, you know they drive you forward. So you've got to get it going.
All right, let's finish up then with Salal. Now, despite having a poor season, even by their standards, they were safe and they could now look to build to next season as they faced Al Shahaniya in the penultimate weekend. Al Shahaniya looked like they were ready to bounce back from their Week 20 defeat to Al Saleh. They took the lead in the 9th minute through Sulaka. Amagua doubled the lead 7 minutes later, and Al Shahaniya had a 2-goal buffer going into half-time. Jose Murcia's men started the second half with the same energy as the first. They were falling up before the hour thanks to Vasquez and Sad. Mawas pulled one back for Salal in the 67th minute before Ramin piled further misery on Raul Caneda's team. Mawas, he did have the final word, but it was merely consolation for Salal. Nick?
Yeah, I'm not going to talk so much about Salah. It's been disappointing, I think, really. But Shahaniya, brilliant. That's the way to do it. He deserved it all. I mean, they deserve a massive load of respect there. The manager, the players as well.
Would you put the coach up for Player of the Year?
Yes.
Coach of the Year alongside
would do,
Ferreira.
Yeah,
I think he'd be in the running.
I
think he's only done two.
Well, of course, we have the awards ceremony. He should be there. I agree with you. I think that's a great shout.
It's like in the Premier League. It's like when you look at these Bournemouths and all that lot, and you look at Burnleys and teams that it's not like being Guardiola and having all the money in the world. It's like these ones here. Get a team. This is what management's. This is, a very difficult thing to do.
I think we've covered them twice before, and they've gone down twice.
Yeah.
Yes, that's right.
I think we have.
Yeah.
So it just goes to show what a fantastic job he's done.
It is possible. There you go. You get the right attitude and apply yourself. Mawas has been
done it though, is there?
Yeah. Just a word on Salal. I know you said you didn't want to talk about them. Chris, do you want to have a word on Salal? Disappointing season.
Disappointing performance as well. And it's 5-2. It's a home game. There we go. Looking at that. We used to look like that.
Cool. Where's he looking at?
We used to look like that. I'm telling you, we did. But you're at the stage of the season where you think about the EMEA Cup. What are Salal thinking now? You're an Salal fan. You can't be looking forward to the next match, can you? You've got Al Sadd.
I think Salal have been a bit like Al Gharafa. There've been moments this season when they've probably not. Gharafa have given us more than Salal.
What's happened to Sadd, Bob?
I know, I don't know, but
he's got the goals, 8 goals, and Mawas 8 goals. So
Mawas has improved, and he got 2 last year.
Yeah.
So he's improved, but
it'd be interesting to see now Raul Caneda. He comes highly recommended. He's spent a lot of time as a friend of Pep Guardiola. That's always a handy little phone call you can make. But in the end, he's got Salal, and he's got to try and do something there.
Yeah, well, I think the league's gone now. Obviously, they've got to. It'd be interesting against Al Sadd because you don't want to hammer in at the end of the season. Then obviously going into the EMEA Cup then, and then seeing what business he can do for next season. But it's a disappointing campaign considering they're the team which is usually in and around getting into the top 4. Nowhere near. They've done that last 3 or 4 seasons, but nowhere. They've dropped a lot now. I think that club's time for change as well.
Okay, let's recap the results then from this week 21, the penultimate weekend. Al Khartiat with that incredible win over Al Duhail 1-0. Al Khor 0-0 with Al Gharafa, but that point was good enough for them to put them safe and they can enjoy the QNB Stars League again next season. Al Sadd winning the league, 7-2 win over Al Ahly, and that was celebration time. Qatar Sports Club losing 2-1 to Al Arabi. Al Rayyan 2-2 with Al Saleh. And as you saw, Salal go down 5-2 to Al Shahaniya. Fantastic win for them, and they've really been impressive this season. If they can build on that now, maybe a run in the Emir Cup and a good season next time out as well. That would be great to see. Let's show you the league table then, with just one weekend of matches left. Al Sadd then, the champions. There they are, Al Duhail in second. But who finishes 3rd and 4th and 5th? Al Saleh, Al Rayyan, Al Ahly are still interchangeable with 1 game to go. Al Arabi will finish there in 6th because of the goal difference. Even if they win, they can't do better than that. Al Gharafa in 7th. Al Shahaniya, look at that, in 8th spot. Salal is safe. Al Khor is safe. It's what happens between Qatar Sports Club and Al Khartiat. 1 will go down and 1 will have the chance to play off to stay alive in the QNB Stars League next season. So plenty to sort out on the final weekend. Time for the top 3 goals of the week as chosen by Nick and Chris. Who's going first? Number 3, Chris Makin. Who gets the third best goal?
We've got something different this week. We've got to give it to the two maestros, the partnership of Bunja and Afif. 63 goals between them this season. And this is a wonderful goal by Bunja, great dribbling ability. Don't normally see it from him, but he turned up on that night and showed us something different. But these two have been absolutely incredible this season.
Well done, Baghdad Bunja. He's had a few this season. Number 3 from week 21 goes to him. Nick Sullivan, who gets the second best goal of week 21?
Afif, wonderful, just going off what Chris said there. It's about their partnership. He makes it all himself, a lovely 1-2 with Bunja, and this is what I like to see there. I mean, he comes alive when he gets on a one-on-one or when he's anywhere near the goal, and it's a lovely little dink with his left foot into the far corner. He's maturing nicely at the moment, Afif, and he looks like he's enjoying what he's doing. He is a name for everyone at 2022, and rightly so, by the way. Rightly so. It's looking good in that department, obviously with an Asia Cup as well. Bring on 2022. Bring on the Copa America. We're going to be there, aren't we?
Yes, we are. Yeah, we'll be following Qatar's fortunes in the Copa America. In their group, of course, Paraguay, Colombia and Argentina. So that's a tough group, and should they proceed, of course, they could be facing the likes of Brazil as well. We'll be there every step of the way.
Thank you.
Where are we? Top goal! Who got the top goal?
About him, haven't we?
Who got the top goal from week 21?
Have we ever done this before? Have we had the same player in the top 3?
Ooh!
Don't think we've ever done this, have we? No. Bunja goes in at number 1, though.
Are the rules? Are you allowed to do that?
Rules are, there are no rules.
We set the rules, we can change them.
No rules, is there? And it's just these two again linking up. Fabulous play by Afif. How many times have we seen him easily beat the defender, but having a picture in your head, first touch out of your feet and get the shot off. There we go. No chance of passing it to his right there. Bunja is always taking that shot on. Looking forward to seeing these two in the EMEA Cup now. Look at that for the finish.
The Hale Al-Sadd final
at
Wakra Stadium. Doesn't get better than that, does it?
Is that your prediction? Is that what you're feeling?
Well, they're going to be close, aren't they? They're going to meet at a certain point. That's what they do.
For the new one of the World Cup stadiums, of course, it's ready. They broke a record for laying a pitch at Al Wakra Stadium. Wow, what a fantastic spectacle that will be. But who will be in the finals? You're going for Al-Sadd De Hale final in the Emir Cup.
Unless they meet each other in the semis.
Yeah, they're going to be there. You know that. You know that's the quality you've seen in the league. How many points ahead they are, and then De Hale would like to finish it off with beating Al-Sadd.
All right, gentlemen, thank you very much, as always. So, congratulations, Al-Sadd, the champions for the 2018-19 season, their first title since 2012-13, so 6 long seasons. Brilliant. Enjoy the celebrations, but of course, you'll have to refocus as you aim for another Emir Cup, because that really is your tournament as well, Al-Sadd. But we still don't know who makes up the top 4 and who will be relegated. That's all to be sorted out in the final weekend, week 22. We look forward to your company then, and the preview show. We'll see you on the 11th of April. From all of us here, bye for now.